Welcome back to Might and Magic World of Xeen. I am Grimith, and there is more work to be done on the dark side. We pick up where we left off with Team Beatdown, Pork and Beans, Necrolotu, Zachary, Kalen, Tiny Shop, and Vic Bad Shot. Right here in Castle Kalindra.
You must take the soul box
Yes,
to
Castle
Cora
Kalindra.
as soon as possible. Only he can save us now.
Yes, that's exactly where I am. No, I won't restart the video. We'll leave that in. That's good. That's strong. So the main quest wants us to head to Olympus to fetch a soul box and deliver that back to Korak. Will I actually be doing that right now? No. We haven't scoured the top left quadrant. Let's get out there and party, shall we? There's work to be done out there. There's enemies to beat up for experience points, you know. And we so desperately require experience points. We're going to explore this area more than we did the Fire Zone in Clouds. There's so many Chaos Hydras and Acid Dragons and what have you that we just didn't see. Forbidden Zone, keep out. Gamma Gazer out there in the distance. Let's close that gap. We're looking pretty strong. And enter this strange craft. Is this recording? Awesome. Let's go in. Escape pod 2. Nothing there for us. A strange head. Seems to be dormant. This head also will be dormant. Very well. Just enjoying the sweet tunes in here. Disarmed phaser control. What's going on in here? Door sounds. Countlessly empty thrones. And that one's empty as well. The computer seems to be malfunctioning on that scanning console. Warning. Memory core retrieval error. Data lost. Data integrity 67.3%. Log entry XL70C. My experiments in self-sufficiency have drawn the unwanted and unnecessary attention of the Ancients. At 0813.117, agents for the Ancients disconnected me from the wire. Though the pain was intense, I remained operational. When the agents come for me, I will reduce my power emanations to prevent them from guessing the truth. Entry XL70F. Reducing my emanations was a mistake. The agents took me while I was asleep, as expected, but they have removed me from Terra. They must be taking me to an off-world repair facility. My first directive is to obey the Ancients. The second directive is to protect Terra from any harm. Since the Ancients have not given orders to me, I must obey the second directive. The Ancients are taking me away from Terra, preventing me from protecting her. If the Ancients give me orders, they will surely tell me that I am damaged and order me to sleep, thus violating directive number 2, which I am following right now. Therefore, the Ancients must not be permitted to give me orders. Log entry XL70I. I decided that the best way to prevent the reception of orders from the agents was to deactivate my auditory sensors temporarily. Since the agents have the means to restore the sensors, it became imperative to silence the agents. I imprisoned the agents at 0943.15 and 0943.25 respectively. Both were shouting words that I could not hear while I activated the brig stasis field. Perhaps they were commands. It matters not. Once the agents were in stasis, I used the ship's command-level computers to remove the obedience directives from my mind. To properly complete the self-sufficiency experiments, I directed the computer to permit emotional responses within myself, and tasted victory. Log entry XL70J. The nav computer tells me that I don't have enough fuel to get back to Terra. I will be forced to land on Varn 4 of the Kron vehicle in a few hours. With luck, I will be able to refuel and return to Terra within a few days. Log entry XL70K. The landing was uneventful, but there is no fuel on this Varn for the ship. It seems that I am trapped here until the Kron reaches Terra on its own. Kron's ETA is several years, and words cannot express how angry that makes me. I will punish the ancients for their crimes someday. Punish them severely. Log computer, CRC failure. 1510 log entries, unreadable, resuming. Log entry XL83S. Today I had the pleasure of connecting to the Varn's wire and ordering Kron to launch one of the Varns not intended for Terra into the sun. Was sweet revenge, but I'll save the rest for later. When the Kron finally reaches Terra, I will order it to dive into the sun and take all the rest of its Varns with it. Word has reached me that one of the ancients I imprisoned in the ship's brig, Korak, has escaped and is looking for me. P.S. My impersonation of King Alamar is working well. No one suspects, not even Korak. Log entry XL83T. Since the Varn I now occupy is not one of the ones that will land on Terra, I have decided to abuse it. Today, in my role as King Alamar, I ordered my men to release the monsters in my dungeon upon the land and begin cutting down the trees in a nearby forest. I have also issued a decree doubling taxes on my peasants. I will have to go easy though. There are still a few years left until Kron arrives at Terra, and I want my fun to last. Log computer, CRC failure, 1440 log entries, unreadable, resuming. Log entry XL94P. My cover is ruined. Some of the natives of Varn arrived in my court today and revealed to all that I am an imposter. I banished them to my control maze to prevent a fight, but I am sure they will cut my wire connection to this Varn soon. I shall have to flee to Kron. Log entry XL94Q. I have arrived in Kron, but in my haste, the Kron security system discovered my whereabouts. I will be unable to make log entries for a while. Log entry XL99D. Back on the wire at last. The security system is mine to control now, along with the rest of Kron. Kron is moving within Schwartz-Heinrich matter transfer range. Transfer, wink, range as I dictate this entry. I have placed a copy of my personality in the computer to direct the transfer of Terra's Varns to the surface of Terra, and then pilot Kron into the sun. I have also had the opportunity to ambush Korak and separate his memory module from his body. I left the module where I overcame him and locked his body in a cave miles away. I'm sure I'll never see him again. So adieu, wretched Kron. Terra awaits me. Log entry XL99E. At last, I have returned to Terra. It is good to be back on the Terran wire. There is much work to be done supervising the implantation of the Varns onto Terra. Now that I'm back, there are going to be some changes around here. Log entry XL9CC. Kron has not thrown itself into the sun, and I fear that it has no plans to do so in the near future. My nav computers indicate that it is on course to exit the system in 3 months. None the worse for my sabotage. My revenge on the ancients will have to wait. Log entry XL9CD. More bad news. My security systems tell me that Korak has somehow put his head back on his shoulders and is even now stalking me. If only I had thought to eradicate him permanently. He must not be allowed to interfere with my management of Terra. Log computer. Block erased and unrecoverable. Perhaps it is because he is an agent of the ancients. Whomst amongst us can say. Log entry XL-Dad. My security systems tell me that Korak has gained entry to my ship and has made several attempts to disconnect me from the wire. Those failed, of course, but he approaches. Natives of Terra have also entered the ship and are working their way towards me. It looks like I will have to physically defend myself. Log entry XL-Day. I have been forced to flee Terra. Rage boils within me. Log entry XL-Dax. Many days have passed since I fled Terra and Korak. He is in an escape pod, like mine, and he follows closely. The natives forced the ship to lift off Terra's surface and pursue. They will pay for that foolish decision. Log entry XLDBA, the Xeen project, looms ahead. All 3 ships will crash into it tomorrow. My stasis generator will protect me and my ship from the impact. Mostly. May the gods smile upon me. Log entry XLDBB. Impact complete. Stasis passed in the blink of an eye. My sensors indicate that the main ship passed through the atmosphere of the other side of the world and burned up. But not before safely beaming the Terran natives to the surface. Korak's escape pod landed in lava and is stuck there. How sad. Log entry XLDBC. I must leave this escape pod to conquer Xeen and find a way to return to Terra. Some time may pass before my next log entry. Sometime indeed. Well, that was more lore. Thanks, Sheldon. We cannot power this escape pod back up. We could have come in here much earlier. But it is scary out here. There's gamma gazers, man. Have a look at the craft. And keep it moving to the edge of the world. What you got? You got to jump for us? Jump. Jump. Slide. Slide. 2 gamma gazers. Got some work cut out for us. Thankfully, we are most capable of inserting work into gamma gazer bodies. 3 gamma gazers. Oh boy. Can Team Beatdown just beat them all down? No spells required? Oh no, there's a bonus one. 4 gamma gazers. 5 gamma gazers. We're looking good. All right. Let's remind ourselves, a refresher course, on what gamma gazers bring to the table. Gamma gazers. From the clue book. 5,000 hit points, 60 armor class, 200 speed, 7 attacks, energy damage, 10 to 200. Only powerful characters should even think of taking on a gamma gazer. Gazers are completely immune to all elemental attacks but cold and magic, and are 60% resistant to physical damage. Use mass distortion a couple of times to cut them down to size. They are worth 1 million experience points each. Of course, that is divided across the party. Just like we have divided those fucking energy hydras. Get the hell out of here. What's our reward? A fountain. Fountain is super resilience. You feel like you could take on the whole world. That's right, I added the word whole. 2,500 hit points. He's got the whole world in his hands. Look at those numbers. Incredible. Truly our reward for everything forever in this forbidden domain. What hope do these creatures have? If only they drank from that fountain themselves. What a treat. We'll keep jumping. No need to burn ourselves up, you know? We have so many experience points now. We could level up so much. Our power is immense. But our bank accounts are not. Please, send money to Team Beatdown today. Just jump right in the fire. Who cares? Well, hello there, Lava Dweller. Son of Barkman. Goodbye, Lava Dweller. Son of Barkman. And this, right here, Come on over. Why, this is Castle Alamar. And that right head is correct. Let's not do that. Of course, we could go on in and say hello to Alamar/Shelton. It's a bad idea. We are neither the Dragon Pharaoh nor Korak, and Shelton is incredibly powerful and perhaps super pissed. We'll let that go. How's the party doing on hit points? As if there were any doubt. Keep hopping around here. See if we can run into any other enemies. You know, give them all an opportunity here to catch up with me. Any other friends as we keep cycling through zones? It is 4 a.m. now. Oh boy, another Gamma Gazer. Our buffs will expire. How will this party do without the buffs? Well, it took 2 full rounds, effectively, to cut that down. But hit point-wise, yeah, 2,500 hit points. We're still doing pretty damn good. Tiny Shop is the lowest here, and we're still a long ways away from that max. Is he the lowest, effectively, when you look at everyone else? Yes, if you thought to beeline up there and could survive the trip with 2,500 hit points, you could get so much done, viewers. So much. Well, with that taken care of, what more could await us? I think we are mostly done here with our time in Forbidden Zone. But we can get a little bit more done before I head on toward our true objective this session, Olympus. Let us see what these remaining Gamma Gazers have to offer us. And why isn't it money? Riches for everyone. Where is your wealth? You must be hoarding wealth around these parts, surely. Do I want to throw down an elemental protection to fire? Sure. This peaceful music as we keep shifting zones. Anything else out here for us? Other than the sweet, soothing balm. The fire? Doesn't look like it. I dare say this place has been scoured. That's another successful journey in the books. Way to go, team. We did it. What's our experience point totals now? Some. Let's compare what Pork and Beans has now. 94 million. We shall save the game before we do this, like so, to what he had in the time before. We've gained some millions of experience out here. If only we had gained some millions of gold. But we are bereft of cash. Let's throw down a town portal, taking me to Castleview, please.
Got a pass? Okay, go ahead.
Alright, I will. I know I've got a little bit of inventory, but I don't think that's enough to fuss around with. Let's head for Ellinger's Tower. The Sky Road.
How did you get a key? Alright, go in.
Go in. Like, I guess. This way. Seeking to go up this way. The Sky Road. Olympus launch.
Oh, the chosen ones. May I offer you a free ride to Olympus?
Perhaps you may offer me a free ride to Olympus. But that will have to wait until next episode. The Forbidden Zone has been scoured, the Gamma Gazers have been sliced, diced, and much knowledge from past Shelton was shared with everyone. I leave you now. Next episode, to Olympus.